My name's Ricky Stevens, and I've been attending Valley for 9 months, since January of 2019. I was in a really dark place in Arizona. I had gotten a DUI in January, and I had known the Lord previously and attempted to live for Him. I had been running from Him for months and years, and getting wrapped up in my addictions and getting to a place where I was just desperate and I had no other options except for committing suicide or crying out to the one true God and asking Him to forgive me once again. And to be honest with you, I wasn't sure that He was going to. I was being lied to by the enemy. My flesh was getting in the way. Obviously the drugs that were fogging my mind. However, He met me where I was at through SOS radio station. He ministered through the airwaves, through worship music, and that I didn't know what was going to happen, but I knew that I needed Jesus Christ in my life again, and I had been running for way too long. I felt the Lord calling me here. If you would ask me then where I was going or what I was going to do or what plan He had, I wouldn't have known, but I just felt a peace about coming to Las Vegas. I left everything that I owned, every possession I had in the world, but in a way that was me turning my back on my old life and everything that was associated with the life of addiction and rebellion. And I felt the Holy Spirit of God leading me, and I just went after Him like I never had before. And He's been with me, and it's been hard. Some of the things that I've been through since I've been in Vegas, I had to worship through. I had to rely on Him solely and completely. When I got here, I was homeless. I went to SOS radio station, spoke with a gentleman named Mike there. He led me to Valley Vegas on a Tuesday night, and on that Tuesday they were having their intercessory prayer meeting. Met Pastor Russ, and he gave me a sleeping bag, and it was the Lord's way of just giving me enough and allowing me to rely completely on Him for every need. I was warm that night, even though it was probably in the 30s or 40s. It was really cold. But I kept coming back. I felt a peace, and more importantly, the love that the people at Valley showed me I had never experienced before, and I wanted more of it. So I decided to come on Wednesday, and then I went the following Sunday to all services, and I felt nothing but love the whole time, and I wanted more of it. I knew that by coming and serving, it would not only keep me out of trouble, but it was fulfilling a void that I had in my life. So I knew I needed to plug in. Every time those doors were open, I needed to be here. I joined the Levites group. The guys there were amazing. The people who went and picked up the trash outside of the church, the ones that cleaned it, the ones that you don't see, the ones that are rarely appreciated. I was like, holy smokes, it's real love. Sat through a service, and I heard that there were volunteers needed in other avenues of the church, in other areas. And being in the Levites, I was like, oh, well, I'm not sure if I could make the jump over to the tech aspect of it. And I went and spoke to Kevin. He expressed his need for somebody back there, that they really didn't have very many people that were available or interested in the tech aspect of it. And so I went back to the leaders of the Levite group, and I asked them, and they were like, hey, you need to go for it, because there's always somebody willing to pick up trash, but there's not very many people willing to do the tech aspect of it. With their blessing, I ended up starting to serve in the tech booth with the sound and audiovisual guys. And it was really special to me because once again, worship had gotten me through the lowest times of my life. When I had nothing, when I was homeless, when I was broke, when I was desperate, in serving, God has blessed me with certain relationships, a career, spiritual mentors, everything that I was lacking through serving at Valley Vegas. God has restored those things in my life, and I never ever would have dreamed possible if I had stayed focused on my own problems and my own issues. But a lot of times when we focus on our problems, it gets worse. But there's something about self-sacrifice that the Lord honors.